I'm definitely in my zone.
Hey, Grant Cardone here. Welcome to the Cardone Zone with News 96.5 every Sunday night. I come to you, talk about your money, your finances, and your business. Jack Dorsey, Evan Williams, Dick Costello. Do you know these names? Do you know the name Twitter? Yes. Jack Dorsey, 23 million shares of Twitter. Evan Williams, 46 million shares of Twitter. Dick Costello, CEO, has $7.5 million. The low man on the totem pole made $300 million today in paper. High man, Evan Williams, original founder of Twitter, 46 million shares worth $1.6 billion. Folks, do not buy shares in Twitter if you haven't learned how to use Twitter. Okay? You're chasing a dream. The money's been made. The wealth has been created. The next thing that will happen is your wealth will be destroyed. This is Grant Cardone on Twitter. I'm at Grant Cardone, and I'm telling you, leave the Twitter stock alone. Give it 6 weeks. Look at it then. There's almost a guaranteed chance that 6 weeks from now it's lower than it is today. In fact, Zynga, Groupon, and Facebook all fell within 6 weeks of the IPO, lower than they started at. If you remember, Facebook was down 50%. For over a year and a half, it was dead money. I mean, today, if you held on from the original $35 all the way up to $51 today, you'd be making money. But the whole time, you'd have been screaming, freaking, tripping, losing your mind. Your wife's yelling at you. What'd you do buying that Facebook at $35, chasing it up to $44? Now it went down to $19. See, the truth is those people already sold and dumped and probably didn't make the money all the way back to 51. Folks, leave Twitter alone. That's not how you make money. If you don't know anything about internet technology stocks, if you don't understand the company and only understand the Twitter symbol that is TWTR, if that's all you know about the company is that it had an IPO today, an initial public offering, look, leave it alone. Don't do it. There is so much market the market disruption going on right now with products and services. Many of these companies, remember MySpace? Gone. It's over with. Worry about your own business and your own brand. Invest your own money and time and energy and resources and worry, headaches, and nights up focused on your business, your core business, and your core brand, and worry a little less about Twitter. You know, the same day that Twitter goes public, a company called Blockbuster, I don't know if you guys even know Blockbuster, agreed today to close every one of its stores. It's done with the DVD. It's going completely digital. So, hey, what can you do? What can you learn from Twitter? What can you learn from Blockbuster? What can you do to grow your business? Every week I come to you on News 96.5 here in the Cardone Zone, and I give you ideas, strategies, tips, things you can do, the way you need to think, the way you need to approach the market right now. Morgan Stanley came out the same day that Twitter was announcing its IPO and said this holiday season could be very difficult for anybody that's got a storefront. Same day that Blockbuster closed their storefronts. By the way, if you're investing in real estate, I would definitely leave brick and mortar retail real estate alone. You've heard me say that here before. Stay with your multifamily. It's a guaranteed play because people have to have a place to live. Blockbuster does not have to have a store to sell its videos from anymore because it can go digital. So here Morgan Stanley comes out the same day and says, hey, retailing could be very difficult as the consumer is getting spent out, overspent. They're running out of money. Even though we have what appears to be some economic expansion going on right now, the predictions, correct or not, suggest that the retailer could have difficulties. Every week I want to come to you and share ideas with you regardless of what's going on in the overall economy. What are you going to do to make your economy great? What are you going to do to go out and get a job? If you want a job or you want to increase your salary or you want to get a promotion, you want to make yourself more valuable, or maybe you have a storefront and you're like, hey, I got to compete against Santa Claus and the turkey. And Santa Claus has been kicking my butt for the last 25 years in business. Don't let it happen this season. Well, here's some facts for you about the American consumer. This entire show I'm going to be talking about retail. How do you retail? Whether you're a laundromat, whether you sell massages, You're trying to raise money for your school. Look, it all involves people. Twitter is only as valuable as the number of people using Twitter and how much money they'll pay to be on Twitter and or how long they'll stay on Twitter if somebody advertises on it. Here's the facts about the American consumer, regardless of what happens this holiday season. The consumer will pay extra for your products. Okay? You do not have to prostitute your products. You do not have to lose money on your products to sell your products. I know this is very popular in America today, that you have to be free, that you have to have a trial. Look, if you've been in business 20 years, you don't need to do trials anymore, okay? If you've been in business 3 months, the trial period's over, okay? Quit acting like you're a new business and start acting like you're a real business. People will pay extra for your products when they get great service. If they don't get great service, they're not going to pay extra for the product. All they're buying is the product. The only thing, if you're selling cars or plumbing or you're selling tabletops or you're selling patio furniture, and I work in all those industries, if you're selling financial services, people will pay more to do business with you, even though I know I can go get my account with Charles Schwab. I might do business and pay Morgan Stanley more money, a 2% fee rather than an $8 trading fee. I might do that because I like you more, you follow me up more, you have a great attitude, and you make me believe that there's actually value here. It doesn't matter whether the ticket price is $10, $10,000. Treat your customers with care and they will pay you. Treat customers like you love them, like they're the only thing that you're paying attention to in that moment. It's almost like your wife or your husband or your kids. Pay more attention to them. When you don't pay attention, the kids go wacky, and so will your consumer. So the first point is this, and I'm going to give you the 10 commandments. The 10 commandments of retail so that you can have a great season. The customer will pay extra for your products. Number 2, look, the retail consumer does not want to be ignored. Okay, they refuse to be ignored. Money will not go where they're ignored. If you ignore the phone call, if you ignore the customer, I know this sounds funny. You're like, who would ignore a customer? How about most companies? How about most companies you go into? Just try it today. Pull into a 7-Eleven. Pull into a gas station. Pull into any company anywhere. Pull into some golf place. Walk in and tell the people that you actually want to get fitted. And you'll actually probably have to go find them. Go into any Walmart in America, and I'll bet you one of my books, I'll bet you the book Sell or Be Sold, that more often than not, you will actually be ignored. Walk into any company anyway. Walk into a bank. Walk into your bank that spends tens of millions of dollars a year on billboards and TV ads. Walk in and see if anybody actually walks up and greets you. No, there'll be a policeman at the front door, but there'll be nobody to say, welcome to our bank. Thanks for coming in today. What can I do for you? How can I help you? See, this is missing in America. If you want your retail business to grow, if you want your retail business to get big and get rich and start making money, if you want to make the kind of money Twitter made today and the Twitter founders made today, pay attention to your customers. They refuse to be ignored. They hate to be ignored. They come in to buy something and they want help. Otherwise, they'd have done this on the net. This ignoring the customer hurts your business, hurts your reputation. Make sure your sales associates are easy to find, and they shouldn't be able to find. I shouldn't have to go find you. You should be finding me. Marcus is on the phone. Marcus, Grant Cardone here on Twitter. I'm at Grant Cardone. You're on News 96.5 on the Cardone Zone. What's your question, my friend? Marcus? All right, looks like we lost my man Marcus because he was ignored. We ignored Marcus and we dropped him. The first 2 commandments of retail. The customer will pay extra for your products. You need to ingrain this into your group. People will pay extra to do business with you if your attitude is exceptional, if you provide great service. Number 2, the retail consumer does not want to be ignored. Go into a car dealership anywhere in Orlando and watch how long it takes for somebody to come out and wait on you. And car dealers are notorious for being aggressive, yet the truth is most of them won't even walk up and say, hello, how you doing? Watch how many times you got to call there before somebody picks up the phone. Call my office. I dare you to call my offices and see how long before somebody picks up a phone here. Number 3, the customer that visits your store will not buy from you because you're open. Okay, the consumers don't buy from you because they're open. They buy from you because they get engaged with. Marcus is back with me. My friend, what's your question?
My question is, I'm at a dealership out here in Manhattan, and how do we implement this thing that you're saying, ignoring customers? Because I find that a lot of customers walk in, and like you said, we sell Jeeps, Chryslers, and Dodges just like every other dealership that exists in this country.
Yeah.
But there has to be some sort of a difference in what we do versus other people. How do we begin to build that value toward a consumer?
Well, Marcus, that's a great question. Here's a guy that sells a product that you can buy. How many different Chrysler Jeep stores in New York?
I don't even know the number, but
I know, because it feels like the answer's too many, right?
Right.
There's always too much competition. So his question is, hey, how do we actually, make a difference so that it's not product? I'm telling you the commandments of retail. Marcus is asking, how do I make a difference so people will actually pay me? They can buy the same exact product down the street, 5 miles, 10 miles away, and they can probably get it for less money. Well, the way to do that is, Marcus is, and that's a great question, is one, you gotta number one, know that people will pay more money to do business with you because you're doing something exceptional. If the company is merely selling a product, if they're merely selling a product for a price, if that is the culture of the company, then the company will always go to selling price as a way to move its product. So you guys got to come up, Marcus. You got to come up with what makes you guys exceptional. What is it? The way you dress, the way you act, the way you greet somebody. What is the weakness of your competition? How do they wait on somebody? Maybe go shop your competition and say, hey, what's the experience there? Because I'm telling you, people will not pay for a product today. They will pay for the experience.
Nice.
All right, I hope that helps, man.
Definitely.
And check out, what, the book that would most help your staff is called Sell or Be Sold. It really talks about the value of attitude and how to get a group of people having the same attitude, because it's one thing if one person, like let's say Marcus, is really positive at the store, but he's got 19 other people that don't carry that same kind of culture or idea. That's going to be really difficult. Thanks for calling in. I appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you.
So folks, I'm going to give you the 10 commandments of retail. Okay, the first one: people will pay more for your products. Change your price by $1 today and see what happens. Increase the price by $10. Hey, why don't you try this? Why don't you increase it by $50? The airlines this year have tried to raise their prices 13 times. 4 times they were successful, 9 times they failed. But over the period of 12 months, they raised their prices. My name's Grant Cardone. You're in the Cardone Zone with News 96.5 on Twitter. I'm at Grant Cardone. In the past 4 years, I've written 4 books to help people solve the problems of this new economy. I want to help you. I want to help your business. I want to help your family. You deserve the money. You deserve to be successful. Stay with me. I'm going to come back and finish the commandments.
I'm definitely in my zone.
You guys that are following me on Google+, Ustream, or Twitter or Facebook or any of these phenomenal social mediums, I would like to share this article with you that I have written but not yet published to the broad public, because you have been an advocate, a supporter, a fan, a friend, because you have been onerous of me and critical of me, because some of you hate me. I would like to share the holiday retail tips, the 10 commandments that for you and only you, I will share 15 tips. Let's go back to the show live from Miami. News 96.5 Cardone Zone, Orlando, Florida.
Don't let me get in my zone. Don't let me get in my zone. Don't let me get in my zone. I'm definitely in my zone.
Hey, Grant Cardone, back with you at the Cardone Zone, News 96.5, where every week I come to you to talk about how to blow your business up, get your own economy, and quit worrying about the economy. Because the economy, if it's not being manipulated by the players that are in power, Look, if you don't think the economy's being manipulated, then you're in a different economy than I am, because I wake up on any given day, I'm like, what are they going to hit us with today? You know, what are they going to do today? So about 5 years ago, I quit worrying about the economy and started focusing on my economy. And that's the tip I would give you today. Quit worrying about what's going on in the economy and just hone in on your own. That's why I'm telling you, don't worry about Twitter. Yeah, they're worth billions. You didn't invest in the company, okay? It's official. They had an IPO. You don't own any of it. I don't own any of it. We ain't getting rich from it. Okay, let's make it official. What you're going to get rich at is making a decision to sell your brand, your company, and your name. What's your company? What's your brand? What train are you on that has left the station? Make a commitment to that and quit being influenced by all the other things going on in the world, from terrorist attacks to Twitter going public. Here's the commandments. Your retail commandments to guarantee your holiday season is great. Number one, the customer will pay extra for your products. I prove this in my company every day, okay? Just raise the price. You own the place, right? Walk in and say, hey, I'm raising my prices. Number two, retail customers refuse to be ignored. Quit ignoring the customer. I mean, I'm telling you, get aggressive with the customer. Thank you for coming in. Great to see you here today. Appreciate you coming in. Put a ringer on the door, so when the door opens, it rings, okay? Put a noise so violent on your telephone that everybody has to answer it, because if you don't answer it in the first ring, it'll burst your eardrums. Make it so severe on your employees that they have to answer the phone. I dare you, call my offices in Miami or here in Orlando or in Los Angeles. Call any of my offices and see how fast they answer the phone. If it rings twice, someone will get their head cut off that day. Do not ignore your customer. Number three, the customer comes to your store to buy something. Okay? I'm telling you, they're coming to hook up. They've already made a decision. The average consumer in America, in some industries, they say over 90% of the people are shopping the net before they go to the store. They're using the net to shorten their discovery time in the company, so that when I finally get to the company, I know what I want. Now I just want to touch it, feel it, smell it, justify it, make sense of it, maybe change my mind about it a little bit, go from red to blue. Maybe I get two rather than one. Maybe I get, you know what I'm saying? See, they're coming there. Why would I drive across town, pull in, go through 27 different lights, okay? Have to be in traffic right here in Orlando, as bad as the traffic is, with a bunch of other crazies. Pull into a parking lot, get out, it's raining, walk through puddles, open door of your company, walk in, and not be there to do something. Your closing ratio with that client should be going up today, not down. The customer that visits your storefront will not buy from you merely because you're open. They need an experience. They need to be treated like they're special. They have to know what sets you apart from others. And now you need to make sure the sales associate there is not congregating at the register or zoned out or checked out or acting like they're on a vacation, and they go engage that customer. Number four, the customer expects and wants to engage with a human being. Okay, this is, ask your people, do you think the customer wants to talk to a human being? I guarantee you half your people are going to say, no, they really hate humans. You know why they're saying that? Because they hate humans. They hate all the humans they've waited on and been unsuccessful with. Your clerk, the people that work in your storefront, okay, right down the street from where I'm at tonight, there's a lady in a little convenience store, and her attitude is so bad, it's unbelievable. When you stay with me, I'm going to show you how to get these cultures into your store, how to get the commandments of retail in your facility.
Don't let me get in my zone. Don't let me get in my zone. Don't let me get in my zone. I'm definitely in my zone.
Hey, thanks for tuning in today. Sorry we put you on hold right there. We was ignoring you there for a second, okay? Y'all want me to give you the inside loopy loop on the 10 Commandments real quick before I give them to the peoples on the radios? Check it out. Check it out. Everything I'm saying today, I'm saying in a rhythmic plural. It's a new language I'm talking, okay? Number 1, the customer will pay extra for your products. Number 2, retail customers don't like to be ignored. Number 3, customer visits your store not to buy from you, will not buy from you just because you're open. Number 4, the buyer expects and wants humans to engage with. Yes, they want to be contacted by someone that lives on this planet. Number 5, the customers agreed to spend money, so they're investing time and energy to visit your store. Just by the sake of showing up, they've agreed to that. Number 6, the customer deserves to be greeted, hello, positively and enthusiastically. 7, the customer deserves to have a manager say hi. Wow, that'd be freaking unbelievable. Number 8, the customer is looking for the best solution, not the best price. I'm going to do these again on the show. Let's roll. I'll give you 9 and 10 when I come back, because I'm talking in plurals today.
Don't let me get in my zone. Don't let me get in my zone. Don't let me get in my zone. I'm definitely in my zone.
Hey, Grant Cardone here. I am in my zone. You're in my zone. It's called the Cardone Zone with News 96.5, where we come and get you in your business zone where everything works. And I'm discussing tonight the 10 Commandments of retail. Number 1, the customer will pay extra for your products. If your people don't believe that, you need to get them an education about real business. Number 2, retail customers do not like to be ignored. Anybody that's got money does not want to be ignored. People that don't have money don't mind being ignored. They want to be ignored because they don't want to tell you, oh, by the way, I'm wasting your time here. Number 3, the customer that visits your store will not buy from you just because you're open. Look, you actually have to have people there that separate people from their money by making them certain about their decision. Number 4, the customer expects and wants and demands humans to engage with them, okay? These people are not looking for aliens from another planet. They visit your company, your store. They come in for a haircut. Somebody needs to say hello. You need to plant somebody at the front door. Hey, what's up? You here for a haircut? That's what we do here. Thanks for coming in. I'm going to give you a trim. We're going to give you a buzz. I'm going to give you a massage. We're going to take care of you. Just 1 minute right over here while I get you ready for the right person. Number 5, the customers agreed to spend money. The customer, your customer, by showing themselves in your physical environment, has agreed, has said to you, stamped on their forehead, it says, I have money to give you. That's right. Number 6, the customer deserves to be greeted when they get there with a positive and enthusiastic attitude. Number 7, you knew that already, right? You knew that. Let's be positive with people. Do you know people will pay more money for entertainment than they will for education? Why do people keep going back to ball games? Because they want to feel good. They want to feel good. Make them feel good when they walk in the door. Thank you for coming here today. God bless you. Thanks for visiting us. Thanks for taking a moment to come see us. Make people feel good. Look, your people don't know how to do this. All your people do is get bad news all day long. They get bad news, negative news, problems, all kind of problems in the world. And then when somebody walks in saying, I'm here to buy something and I'll pay you extra. And oh, by the way, I already knew the economy was a little iffy. And by the way, I'm already over budget, but I still showed up in your facility. I have some money that wants to fall out of my pocketos. I'm going to buy something from somebody, even though I know I shouldn't be buying something. I'm just in the retail mood today. See, this is why Santa Claus is so successful, because Santa don't feel sorry for anybody. Santa makes a broke person feel good enough to spend money that he doesn't have. Santa comes around every year, loves everybody. He loves you if you're good or if you're bad. Don't kid yourself. If you're bad, he threatens not to give you gifts. If you're good, he wants to overwhelm you. Number 7, the customer deserves to have a manager say hi to them before they leave. That would be unbelievable if the store owner, the manager, look, just because they made you a manager doesn't mean you're supposed to be lazy. Okay? Get out from behind your desk or office. There's no money in your office. Mr. Manager, walk outside and say, thank you for coming in today. Number 8, the customer's looking for the best solution, not the best price. If you only learn one of these 10 commandments, you would go to retail heaven. There would be no stop in purgatory, okay? No matter how many sins you've had in life, if you would learn commandment number 8, you would be guaranteed a spot right there next to the great one. The customer is looking for the best solution, not the best price. Number 9, the customer is easy to please because their expectations of retail is so horrendously low. Just think of the last time you walked in someplace and somebody actually walked up and said hello. Could have been a hotel. Hotel who accommodates people to stay in their rooms, okay? They're called the hospitality business. And most of the people aren't hospital. They are hostile. Okay, it's unbelievable. I went into a hotel just 2 nights ago in Indiana. I get there at 10:30 at night, and I had to walk 100 yards to get to the front door. Then I have to walk another 150 feet to get to the where the guy is. And you would think at 10:30 at night I was actually putting them to trouble, and I was just there to get my hospitality room. Number 9, the customer is easy to please because their expectations are so low. And number 10, the customer is likely to follow the first purchase up with multiple other purchases, referred to as second sales. And this is how you would explode your business with commandment number 10. Julia, thank you for calling, Julia. This is Grant Cardone on Twitter. I'm at Grant Cardone if you want to follow me on the old Twitter. What's your question, my friend?
What's up, Grant? So, yeah, holiday shopping is starting.
Yes, it is.
I'm thinking there's a warning for all the retailers out there who don't wait on their customer.
They ought to put some on their door, open, and we're not stupid.
Yeah, and here's the thing. They need to be mindful that a lot of people have their phones out and have no problem firing off a tweet to the world saying, this store sucks, they're not waiting on me, don't shop here.
Julia, if you go on YouTube, thank you for calling in first, okay? I love that New York accent thing you got working, okay?
You're so sweet.
Yeah. So Julia, look, if you go on YouTube and search out my name and Sears, Grant Cardone and Sears, you're going to see last year when Sears, Eddie, what's Eddie's last name? The CEO of the company, I'll think of it here in a second, but he was basically on CNBC telling the world that the reason Sears was having troubles was because of a economy that was shrinking, increased competition, and they were in too many places. And I went into his store, Sears store in Los Angeles, one of the biggest Sears stores in the world. And I was there 16 minutes before anyone said hello.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, it's not, but you know what? It's a commonplace now.
It's an absolutely commonplace. And the other thing is fitting rooms that are messy, lines that are out the door.
How about restrooms? How about you go in the restroom? You stopped in, you go to the restroom, and Eddie Lampert is the name, by the way. How about the restrooms dirty? The toilets are bad,
It's just, they have to act like you're coming to their house. This is our home, this is our brand.
Well, not everybody. You don't want to use that example for everybody. I got a couple guys here, they're like, oh, I'll just keep my office the way my house is. That's good. No, but think about all the times that you've maybe pulled into a gas station and you didn't even want gas. You wanted to use their restroom facilities. And you're thinking, I'm going to go to the restroom. Maybe I'll go buy those little orange peanuts, those peanut candies. I love those little orange. They're like $1. Oh, I'm going to go walk in there and get some cotton candy, now that they put it in a little box. And I go into the restroom, and while I'm in there, I'm thinking, I'm going to go get a Diet Coke or something, right? And then I'm in the restroom, and it's so dirty, I'm like, all I want to do is get out of here.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
There's no care, and there's no think for the customer. How can I get them in and out of here as fast as possible? How can I make the customer experience good? No one cares about that anymore. But with social media, they need to start paying attention.
So you're saying I could be in there urinating in the back room
and take
at the gas station, and I'm like, this place is filthy. So rather than spending money with them, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hammer them on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm going to take a picture.
Yeah, or post it up on Yelp.
Yeah, or the huge line that I have to wait on now because 2 registers are open, yet they have 5.
Yeah.
And I'm going to blast that out on Twitter, and I'm going to tell everyone, you know what, don't bother going to this store because look how they treat you.
So you didn't have a question. You just want to puke on everybody tonight.
Honey, I'm just ranting with you.
I love it. I love it. That's Julia calling in to News 96.5, the Cardone Zone. Thank you so much, Julia, for giving so much hope to the retail universe.
Welcome, G.
Thank you. Hey, folks, I'm telling you, here's the 10 commandments of retail. Okay? You got to understand that if your employees think that you can't get money anymore, you're done. You need to put a closed sign on the door. The first commandment is the customer will pay extra for your products. I don't care if it's cotton candy or an $80,000 automobile. There are people that will pay extra for the product. This is what explains bobbleheads. Why does anybody buy a bobblehead? Because they want you don't think I paid extra for my little bobblehead? Or the people that buy the watches or the nice luxury cars, or maybe they bought the jacket that I could have waited and got the jacket on sale, but I didn't because I have an event to go to this weekend. You have to convince your staff the customer will pay extra to do business with our company. Not everything needs to be free. Not everything needs to be the lowest price. Not everything needs to be a loser. And not everything needs a trial. The customer will pay extra for your products. Number 2, retail customers refuse to be ignored today. This is what Julia was saying. Look, if you ignore the customer, if you ignore the restrooms, if you ignore the storefront, if the place looks dirty, it's not that they just won't shop you and they won't buy from you. Today, they're likely to post a Google review or a Yelp review, rip you, and the only thing you got a review on anywhere on Google or any kind of Bing search is, oh man, I went to this restroom and it was dirty, or I went to this restaurant and the food was bad. Handle it, okay? Promote your company. Be exceptional, and don't ignore the client. Pay attention to the client. The cheapest, easiest thing you can do, I don't care if you're a restaurant, you do hairstyling, you need a greeter at the store. You need somebody at the front door to say hello. For instance, in my office is here. When you walk in the front door, there's someone sitting there and their job is to say, hello, how you doing? Thank you for coming here. I don't care who it is. Say hello to people. Greet them like you would someone coming to Thanksgiving dinner. Number 3, the customer that visits your storefront or your website or calls your company will not buy from you just because you had a website open, a storefront open, or because you answered the phone. Somebody has to help them buy. Otherwise, they would have already bought. If the consumer didn't need help, if you have a website that actually has products on it, they would have already bought. That means they're asking for help. They're not going to walk in and say, I need help. They're not going to walk in and say, oh, by the way, do you know the number one reason we don't buy things is because we're uncertain with our own ability to make a good decision? I'm basically not certain with myself. Nobody's going to tell you that. Nobody's going to walk up, hey, can you help me? Until they're frustrated, and then it's too late. You must get that customer engaged with. I'm here to service you. I'm here to help you. I know you could have bought this over the internet, but you didn't. I'm here to make you more certain about your decision. Did you know that over 80% of the people, over 80% of the searches on the internet, when a purchase is acquired or executed on, that the people actually end up buying something different than what they searched for? That's across every apparel line, watch line, luxury to low end, budget to billion-dollar purchases. People end up purchasing something different in 80% of all cases. Number 4, the customer expects and wants human beings, not robots, not automation, okay? They want human beings, alive human beings. They don't even care if you make mistakes. They don't care if you screw up. They want to engage with a human being. Otherwise, they would have gone online. Look, if I'm not into humans, I'm going online. I don't even want to talk to people, dude. I buy my shoes from Zappos. Okay, you know why? It's not because I don't want to engage in humans. I don't want to try the shoes on in the store. It just takes too long. Go back and find this 9. Okay, they bring me to 9. No, I need a 9.5. They go back, oh, I don't have a 9.5. It's just time and energy, okay? So what I do is I say, Zappos, send me a 9, a 9.5, and a 10. I buy the one that fits and send them all back. They made it easy for me, okay? If I wanted to buy online, I'd be on a computer, on their website, buying online. Some people actually want engagement with a human being. Do you know there's 5 different types of buyers? Only one of them is the cheap buyer. Only one of them wants to buy the lowest price. Only one of them is the bargain hunter. The other four are different type of buyers. There's a loyal buyer. I just want to do business with you because I'm loyal. Another was a wanderer. I'm just wandering around, have no freaking clue what I'm doing. I have time to kill, so I'm going to come into this place. Number three is the buyer that has a need. I have an actual need I'm trying to fulfill. I got a hole I got to fill up in my wall, so I go to Home Depot for that one thing. And then number five is the impulse buyer. While I'm at Home Depot picking up the junk to put in the hole, I saw a drill. Man, that drill is sexy. I think I'm going to bring that sexy drill home with me. Yeah, I don't have a reason for a drill. I don't need a drill. I don't even know how to use a drill, but I got a Visa card. I'm going to drill up. Look, folks, it's retail season. You're going to get your clock cleaned if you don't get your game on. You understand? It's retail season. The next 45 days will determine for many of you whether you make money this year or not. Santa Claus will clean your clock. Anybody that thinks Santa's a good guy is a child. Santa will take you out, pummel you. He will take you, attach you to his Santa Claus. What's it called? His sleigh. He will drag you behind the sleigh with a chain wrapped around your neck, drag you down Retail Street and say, I'm taking all the money. You're not getting any because you don't have your retail game on. Santa is how you want to be. He's deadly. He dominates. He refuses to compete. He says hello to everybody. He's got his rosy cheeks. He's got a good attitude. He works day and night. Every market treats everybody, every family like a buyer. This is Grant Cardone. You are in the Cardone zone on News 96.5.
Don't let me get in my zone. Don't let me get in my zone. Don't let me get in my zone. I'm definitely in my zone.
Cody Shane, Chris Kummel, Lisa Concepcion, Glenn Posh, things that surround your product on-site sells you to customers. Lisa Mofa, Urban Factories with me. Luke Gay, Dave Saboski, what's up, player? Bro, your desk looks better than some store shelves. Dave Saboski says, bro, your desk looks better than some store shelves. My man, David. Kenitra Parks, poor customer service equals poor profits. If you don't treat people right, don't be surprised when your money ain't right. Bart Cosdras, Grant, you look great. Share your workout program. Just get these guns approved, dog. That's all. Okay, let's rock and roll. What I do is I eat chicken, man. I eat chicken on the breaks. 4 minutes, 50
seconds. Don't let me get in my zone. Don't let me get in my zone. Don't let me get in my zone. I'm definitely in my zone.
Hey, Grant Cardone here, Cardone Zone, News 96.5. We're talking about retail, how to get your retail on, how to make sure you whoop Santa this Christmas season. Morgan Stanley says it's going to be a tough holiday season because the consumer is uncertain. They're spent out. They're running out of dough. And I'm telling you, look, that doesn't have to happen. Just because people are running out of money, just because they're uncertain, just because the economy's a little, iffy, who knows what's going to happen. You just have to get your retail game on. You got to know the 10 commandments of retail. If you write my office at information@grantcardone.com, information@grantcardone.com, I'll get you this full write-up. I call it the 10 commandments of retail, but actually I'm going to give you 15 different tips for your company, for your people. I'll give you the bonus round right now. Number 11, the customer will always extend beyond their budget. Did you know that? This is one of the great secrets of retail that Santa, my buddy Santa, I told my daughter, I said, Santa's my personal friend. He's only got 3 friends on planet Earth. I'm one of them. And here's a secret that me and Santa know. The customer will always, always, always extend beyond their budget. No matter what their budget is, they will extend beyond their budget. In fact, why would anybody have a budget if they hadn't already previously extended That's how you got a budget anyway, right? Number 12. People are not just looking. I don't care how many times people tell you, I'm really just looking, I'm just looking. Nobody is just looking. Okay? Everybody is trying to solve some situation, some problem. If you find out what their problem is, they'll buy. Number 13, the customer buys something other than what they came in for almost 80% of the time. I breached that conversation earlier. The customer will buy something almost 80% of the time different than that thing they came for and or shopped for online. Number 14, your customers are more likely to buy something they want than something they need. I remember walking into a clothing store once, and I saw this jacket in the window, and I'm like, wow, that really looks good. And I'm totally a wanderer at this point that's about to be converted into an impulse. I walked in, I said, wow, that's a nice jacket. How much is it? As the lady pulls it off the rack, she prepares to put it on me. I'm like, no, I don't need to try it on. She's like, please, sir, I just want to see what it looks like on you. I'm like, whoa, that was slick. Okay, I'll try it on. You know, everybody likes a little attention, especially insecure people with a credit card that's good, that tend toward impulse purchases. I put it on. I try, oh, man, this looks good. This looks good. I said, how much is it? She gave me the price. She told me how much it was. I'm like, oh, man, that's a lot of money. And I said, you know, I don't need it anyway. And she looked at me, I mean, with complete confidence, with that retail kind of sparkle in her eye. And she says, sir, nobody comes in here because they need something. Nobody buys a jacket like this because they need it. They buy it because they want it. I'm like, all right, here, why don't you put half on a Visa and half on a MasterCard? Okay, let's see if we can squeeze them both through. 14, your customer is more likely to buy something they want than something they need. And number 15, your customer doesn't like lines. Lines, L-I-N-E-S, waiting. People hate to wait. Okay, the only people that hate to wait don't have money. People with money hate to wait. You understand? Most of the things that people with money have, and that's who you want to really cater to, people that have money can actually buy your products, they don't want to wait in line. If you're looking this Christmas season and you got lines, hire more people. Hire more people to go to the consumer. You don't have to wait for people to get the register anymore. There's so many businesses that are acting like dinosaurs now. Oh, I got a cash register. Billy works the cash register. You have to go to the cash register. No, I don't, actually. No, you got a phone. Smartphone can actually process the credit card out there on the aisle. Swipe it, get them out, okay? Swiper, no swiping? No, folks, we're in the age of swiping. Swipe it hard. You're in retail season. It's time to get your retail on. You can send me an email to information@grantcardone.com, information@grantcardone.com. I'll get you the 10 commandments, which are actually 15 commandments for retail. Anything I can do to help you, I want to. Make sure this holiday season is good. Look, Blockbuster is closing down their stores. Why? Because they're dinosaurs. Stay with the game. Create your own economy. Be great, because nothing else pays. Thanks a lot, Grant Cardone with News 96.5.
Don't let me get in my zone. Don't let me get in my zone. I'm definitely in my zone.
Hey, Grant Cardone here. Your guy. Your guy that's just giving you the eye. Hey, appreciate you guys all joining up with us today. Appreciate all you do for me, for us. Bring them in, Sherry. Dang, I got some Dougal mega style. See, this is how you add value, okay? Bring them in, Sherry. Come on. This is how you add value, all right? That's right here, okay? This is what they're doing, okay? Look, I know I'm not supposed to eat these. I know for sure. Just cannot help me, right? But when they take them and they make them that big, come on, let's keep it real. How do you make an Oreo better than this? How do you do that? How do you make something so tempting that even you know that you shouldn't eat it? How do you make it even better than that? This is how you do that, okay? Watch this. This is how you do it. Pow. That's their next generation. It won't be a mega Oreo. It's going to be a double slammer in the jammer. Hey, be great. Grant Cardone here. Have a great holiday season. Get ready for it now. Don't wait till Santa kicks your ass. He will clean your clock, dude. I'm telling you. The guy will waste you. Get your game on, man. Start reading books. Get these 15 tips. Immerse yourself in information and education so you can be positive every time somebody walks through your front door.
Don't let me get in my zone. Don't let me get in my zone. Don't let me get in my zone. I'm definitely in my zone.